Let's go get him again.
Valentino's Uomo lineup, when it first got released, it actually got a lot of love in our fragrance community. I got the original here and the intense version on one hand, and this is the newest one in my collection, which is called Noir Absolu. This is the one we're going to be talking about today. This one right here, actually dubbed by many as the best release of the line. All right, well, let's take a look at it. Family, welcome to the Robes Away channel. I'm your host, Ark. This series, Pop the Cherry, is where I pop the cork on a full bottle purchase and give you my initial thoughts on my channel. I wore this scent on my skin as my scent of the day for a few days, including today, as you can see on my beautiful Instagram post. And now it's time for me to give you my thoughts before it goes into the vault for a full-fledged review on my channel. Now, if you're new here, welcome. Thanks for watching. Hey, subscribe, support the channel, hit that bell so you don't miss anything. I'm also all over social media under my YouTube handle, Robes08. Keep tabs on me on behind the scenes stuff, including scent of the day, scent of the night, post, new purchases, and what I'm actually working on for my YouTube channel. Now, if you have a Facebook account, sweet. Hopefully you followed me, but I also have a Facebook group called Fragrance Guru Nation. We're up to 18,000 members. And what we do is we discuss fragrances, of course, new releases that are coming out. People actually buy, sell, swap, split fragrances. YouTubers, you can discover a whole bunch of YouTubers. They post their new videos on there. They introduce themselves. It's a great source of information if you're in this hobby like I am. Now on to our sponsor of the day, FragranceX.com. I did want to take the time to thank them for, of course, Noir Absolu. You can get a bottle of this too on their website. Actually, they got tons of Valentinos on their site. Check out FragranceX and support me by utilizing coupon code, my YouTube handle, Robes08 on their website, and you get 15% off on your purchase. So let's get into meat and potato time. Let me again introduce you to Valentino's Uomo Noir Absolu. And this fragrance, very dark as the bottle. I love the gold accent. Very much the intense version, of course, very much sought after, but very different look, but a beautiful look. I actually really like these bottles. So let's go under the hood. Let's take a look at some stats on Noir Absolu. Now, the release date was back in 2017. The nose behind this is Sophie Labbe. She is the nose under Uomo Intense and Uomo Aqua. The major notes to my nose on this, in this particular fragrance, would have to be sandalwood. This is a sandalwood-based fragrance. Very good one, to be quite honest. Also, incense is a big note in this fragrance, and cinnamon. Now, let's crack this one open, and let's sniff this one. It is my scent of the day, so I got the dry down right here, but I want that introduction, that sweet, sweet. Oh, this is like a laser. Hey, look at that thing. And up top, I have to describe this just a little bit before I get into the big boy stuff, but 3 words: smooth, woody, warm. Good. Now let's delve into the opening, and so smooth. That introduction, smooth. I can't say it enough. She's smooth. So smooth. That sandalwood. Oh, she pops. Smooth, creamy, upscale. The sandalwood is your central theme, and it just hits in this particular fragrance. I'm trying to think of the last sandalwood-based fragrance in a designer game that actually impressed me. I'm trying to think. No names are coming. This is the one. This one, really shows many of the great facets of sandalwood that a lot of us absolutely love. It hits here. Strong secondary note of incense pops in, gives the scent a little puff of smoke. I wouldn't say that it's a strong incense-based scent. Some spices come into play, cinnamon, pepper, so it has some kick. It definitely has elegance, but goes dark, which is right up my wheelhouse. The creamy sandalwood almost goes powdery a bit here, almost like there's still iris kicking in this fragrance. Again, iris is known in the Uomo lineup, and in the note breakdown of this one, at least, I don't know if I missed it, but I'm smelling that it really helps the sandalwood. It really, I hand up, I really feel like there's iris in here because it classes the scent up and it gives some powderiness to this scent. I know sandalwood doesn't do that. It's smooth. And iris and sandalwood would be a great 1-2 punch in here. And that's what I'm smelling. I don't care if the note breakdown doesn't say there's iris. I feel like there's iris still in the DNA of this Uomo. Of course, it's in the others. So now let's get into the dry down of Noir Absolu. And the dry down goes less powdery here, more woody. The sandalwood itself steals the show, and I can't emphasize that enough. The incense pairs well. It isn't too thick, which gives way to the sandalwood. The incense isn't the best in the game, but much better than most designer incense notes like Profumo. Yeah, that ain't no incense. The sandalwood itself, top shelf. For the price point, top shelf. It's well done. It has a balmy, lightly balsamic resinous quality here in the backbone of this scent that puts everything together. Overall, Uomo Noir Absolu, and I'm going to get into that more into the end of this video, but a banger. I really like this one, and I can't wait to wear it more into the fall. I feel like this thing in the fall is just going to shine. Now, talking about seasons, let's get into the Revolver, shall we? So I'm going to talk about seasons, day, night, versatility, performance, and of course, my final thoughts. So let's get into seasons. We'll start it off with seasons. And like I said, fall, winter-based fragrance. I could see this again in a very cool spring night. I can see that. I just feel kind of, if it starts warming up, I feel like this iris powdery feel may jump up a little bit more out of this scent. So fall is the perfect season for it. Day or night, I feel like this is more of a nighttime scent for me. Versatility, fairly average. I don't think there's much restriction here. It's not too crazy. Sandalwood's a beautiful note to wear, very versatile note to wear. It has some thorns in this fragrance. There's some darkness in this fragrance that kind of hits the versatility a little bit. Performance-wise, very important. Of course, longevity was 7 to 9 hours. That's exactly what I'm looking for in a designer scent. And projection was fairly average. This is not a beast, but it did the job. So my final thoughts on Uomo Noir Absolu from Valentino. It's a solid sandalwood-based scent in the designer realm. The secondary notes did an excellent job working with the primary note of sandalwood, notably the incense and of course those spices. The iris, not in the note breakdown. To me, I feel peeks through this scent and needs to be touched upon because there's a little bit of a powdery aspect in this scent, even though it's fairly minor and it goes away. More in the dry down, it does. But for the wrong person, that could bother them if they didn't see iris in the note breakdown. So you got to keep that in mind. Overall, Noir Absolu is a solid designer release and one I look forward to wearing in the cooler months for testing. One thing I can see with my large collection that this may get lost in the shuffle because I got a lot of great darker designer fragrances for fall. Fall is my bread and butter, so is winter, and I could see this getting lost in the shuffle even though it's still a great scent. But you could see this peeking into my top 20 designer fall, winter in the near future, but it may fall off the list one year to another. So it's one of those that's good, but is it going to be good enough to get into my rotation year after year? That's the one thing with this one. I feel like it's a tier down from a lot of my staples, but overall, very impressed with this release. I can't wait to wear it more often and to give you guys the full-fledged review, of course. So now my job's done. This thing is going into the vault, getting tested for the full-fledged review, but your job's not done. Time for you to hit us up in the comments below. What do you think of this fragrance? Good, bad, and the ugly. I want to see some comments. I'm looking forward to reading your comments below. And as always, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.